and yet still did a pretty good job at work. Giving ill-prepared people everywhere somebody to look up to. This is to my personal hero, Doc Ellis. This is called America's Favorite Pastime. Doc Ellis didn't think he was pitching that day back in 1970, when he and his wife took a trip to the ballpark a little bit differently. So by the time that he hit the bullpen, half the world had melted away. That's about the time Coach Murtaugh came and said, "Doc, you're pitching today." Taking the mound, the ground turned into the icing on birthday cake. That leadoff man came up and he looked like a dancing rattlesnake. That crowd tracked back and forth in waves of color underneath the sun. That ball turned into a silver bullet, his arm into a gun. I took a look all around the world one time, finally discovered you can't judge a book. 3 up, 3 down for 3 straight innings in a 0-0 tie. As all them batters' names come ringing from a voice out of the sky, hallucinating Halloween scenes each new swing of the bat. His sinker looked like it was falling off a table, but nobody was hallucinating that. I took a look all around the world one time, I finally discovered you can't judge a book. By the top of the 7th, he was up 1-0 and giving them Padres fit. By the bottom of the 8th, he was up 2-0 and still hadn't got any hit. With 1 out left to go in the game, the batter looked like a baby child. That birthday cake was shaking, them waves of color was going wild. By the time that he mowed the last man down, he was higher than he had ever been. He was laughing to the sound of the world going around, completely unaware of the wind. And while the papers would say he was scattered that day, he was pretty as a pitcher could be. The day Doc Ellis of the Pittsburgh Pirates threw a no-hitter on LSD. I took a look all around the world one time, I finally discovered you can't judge a book. Story about I'll play you a story, I guess, about a guy from my hometown. I come from Portland, Oregon, and my dad had this friend that ran a bar downtown named Slick Willie, and I never liked it. You know, right from the beginning, the name was off-putting, and then he just seemed kind of like a jerk to me. So I didn't like it when I saw my dad coming with him. I always thought these guys are in trouble, you know. And then years later, when I wasn't living at home anymore, I was at my friend's house, and it comes on the TV that he'd been murdered, and that it was a murder for hire, and that there was so many suspects, they thought they may never solve the crime, which made me think I was right in my assumption of his character. You know? He did teach me a fist fight trick one time, I gotta give him that. I mean, it only worked about half the time, but it's the thought that counts, I guess. Anyway, this is called, well, here, I'll just play for you. I'm the one who killed Slick Willie. I'm here to turn myself in. I'm the one, and I don't feel guilty. If I could, I would do it again. He was a friend of my old man. He came by every couple of months or so. brown paper bag full of bandit cash. He'd have a couple of drinks and he would go. He taught me this old dirty fist fighting trick, but it only worked about half the time. Black and blue, I was born into unorganized crime. I'm the one who killed Slick Willie. May he never ever rest in peace. Everyone around Portland knew he was a lowlife, to say the very least. Some kind of a prize fighter back in his day. He took his pay and bought the toughest joint in town. Well, my old man chose to throw his whole life away, chasing cheap cocaine and crazy women around with a Willie the Wire wearing, stepped on cocaine, selling lunch money, pimp of his time. Born into it, I knew that I could do it. There would be too many suspects to solve the crime, but I'm the one who killed Slick Willie, and now I'm here to put this to rest. I'm the one, and it wasn't easy. I ain't afraid to confess. I kicked his back door down, I let myself in. I stuck a gun up to the side of his head. He turned around so fast and knocked it out of my hand. And for a second there I figured I was dead. But I know this old dirty fist fighting trick, and it works about half the time. I still can't believe that he didn't see it coming, but he didn't. Unorganized crime.